There you have it. Brand new 5.4 liter engine.
Don't take the plastic off yet.
Keep it dry. Yeah. Water heater's warming up again.
Now let's get all that the parts and the paper. Oh, here's valve cover gaskets.
Uh-huh. Oh, are they?
Yeah.
Oh, well, if they're good, return them. It's also got intake manifold gaskets.
It's got, it looks like some kind of valve cover bolts too.
Huh?
Okay, we got to figure out how to get those valve cover bolts off.
Yeah, no, just take some documentation of me and Mitch turning the wrenches. This is the unknown mechanic reporting live from Jeff's driveway. You can ad lib something if you want to. Dave, don't ad lib.
Homie, don't play that.
Homie, don't play that.
So I'm putting a whole bunch of this anti-seize on the exhaust manifold. I'm just putting a big swath of it. So when he starts it, it creates a big plume of smoke.
Yeah,
This is the well-known mechanic.
Yeah, the well-known mechanic.
That smoke will show you that the exhaust manifolds are actually heating up. It's just a little tip.
Yeah. And together, the three of us are known as GT and O. And just snugging it down. Whatever that click was.
Yeah, that's not good.
That was a missed click on the ratchet,
Yeah.
and it usually breaks a tooth off.
One could only hope.
My snap-on torque wrenches don't have reverse on them.
No?
They're only made for tightening, so you don't need reverse. Have you done the bottom ones?
Yeah.
Okay. But those gaskets are pretty thick, and you'll have to compress the gasket before it'll torque.
Okay. Those are on.
Ugh.
Do the middle top, then the middle bottom, then the next one over.
Well, I've just kind of snugged everything down.
Give him the small ratchet for that. Have you compressed the gasket on the other side?
I snugged it up.
Oh, okay.
I'm waiting for Mr. Torque.
Okay.
Let it slide off.
Are the valve cover gaskets, or the valve covers dry? Because we got to figure out how to get those bolts out of them and put the new bolts in.
They just pull out.
No, they don't.
I pulled one out.
No? Is it like a rubber grommet in there?
Yeah.
Okay.
Oh, that one doesn't want to click. There you go.
Okay, we got to put the water pump in too.
Yeah, water pump, but we did torque the ring flex plate down to 60 pounds. And
A little bit of red Loctite on there.
a little bit of red high heat Loctite.
Well, it doesn't need that.
Well, it got a little dab. Okay.
It's a tiny dab.
Those are good.
Okay.
Move on.
Well, let's just
He's got to double check the
do
inners.
round robin. Well, this one here is kind of...
That's weird. That one that's scary. That's good.
We're probably pulling the threads out of the head.
Yeah, it's probably it.
Or you're probably pulling the helicoil out of the head.
Yeah, no kidding. Okay.
Glad you didn't misread that and see 180 pounds, right?
Oh, Jesus, that
Okay, now over to the right side and repeat.
Yes, now over the right side and repeat, and then you can just kill that.
Huh?
Oh, we have enough for...
Whether he
Unknown
likes-
Mechanic is putting oil on the can.
Well, Jeff likes to get his.
Okay, this is a G-rated video.
Usually he uses
Now the
petroleum
on the
based,
chain.
mineral based oils better.
Yes, the chain.
I like a little natural lubricant.
Video section.
Spoken as a person who would know.
The funny thing is that, oh, yeah, these things, they usually don't put bearings in them. They just let it ride right on the aluminum.
Right on the aluminum.
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 Are you ready, Mitch?
So that would make them...
Okay. The well-known mechanic is about to put the valve cover on.
The unknown mechanic and the well-known mechanic.
And here it goes. That's Dave's shtick is a mechanic's baseball hat with 2 eye holes cut in the top of it.
What do you mean?
Like that.
A baseball cap with 2 eye holes cut instead of a paper bag.
Yeah. Yeah, no.
I'll explain that as soon as he turns that off.
Okay. All right, we are going to make a run to the store. We're returning these spark plugs, platinum spark plugs, that gasket, valve cover gaskets, some exhaust manifold bolts, because those came with the engine in the shipping kit. So right now we have been running around and putting things together on the engine. We got the crank position sensor, cam position sensor, temperature gauge. We are getting some RTV for the to fill where the O-ring goes for the water pump. We do not like the way that metal is pitted there. If you can see the pitting, and I'm not sure if that really should have passed inspection or not, but so we'll put some stuff on there and that'll take care of it. And that hole in the center is for the tube here that goes up to the heater core. So idler pulleys on, tension pulleys on, power steering pump goes here. There's another pulley that goes there, and compressor for the air conditioning goes down here. And then if I walk around to this side here, you can see we have all of our new exhaust manifold bolts are in, and there is the new oil cooler. So we've got a couple of bolts in there, but we have to get another bolt. And then we have the new valve covers are on. Have the holes covered. And I had my transmission shop replace the flex plate, the ring gear, a few years ago because it had ground out the teeth where the starting motor would engage. And when I got it back, there were only 5 bolts holding the transmission to the engine, and there are supposed to be 7. So I don't know if they left out a couple of bolts or if Ford left out a couple of bolts. Anyway, and so here are the heat over temperature detectors. I have to make sure those are okay so that my warranty is good. And yeah, anyway, everything's looking good. We are hoping to have this thing in the truck tonight. As you see, engine compartment is all nice and cleaned out. There's the power steering pump. Look how spick and span that cross member is. Transmission is all nice and clean. Everything is clean. Air AC compressor. Okay, so we're gonna run to the store here and get a couple of things, heater hoses and some bolts, and then return a few things. New knock sensor, gonna get that too. Okay, that's it for now. Here, dropping in. I'm right there, dude. Okay, come down. I'm good over here.
Still good. Still good. That's why we got all these eyes here.
Yep.
So the engine hoist operator doesn't need to stop and look all the time. Look, everything's just going fine.
Yep. I'm dropping right on down. Yeah, so we got to come down about 4 inches, and then we can roll forward, and then down into.
Yeah, 'cause we got to get under the cowl.
Yeah.
So going down and then back?
Yeah, down just to clearing the cowl, and then we'll roll back.
Okay, tell me when to stop.
Okay, so watching for the motor mounts. Okay, okay, he can clear the cowl now, so
Yeah.
you can roll back.
Hang on. All of a sudden, I got a twist in it.
Okay.
You can't push that back of my. You got to go down some, just a little bit now.
Okay, stop.
Good. That's good. Now,
Look at this.
yeah.
Yeah.
We have about 3 inches.
Okay, so now this can roll in.
Okay, now what we need to do is.
Well, yeah, roll into the motor mount. Was it the?
No, the power steering pump doesn't look. Well, it might be alright.
Yeah, it'll be fine. We'll just turn it around.
Well, I think the whole thing needs to go that way.
Well,
No. I mean, see this bolt here? Where is this bolt gonna go? To this first hole here?
You can see the slots that.
Or this one goes here?
You can see where they go.
What goes in this hole? Nothing.
it's so clean that we can't tell.
Yeah,
Obviously, this one below is going to go into the
So
first
this
one.
goes here. So I
that's
got to go
gonna
back
go-
about 3 inches and down about 6.
Yeah, but go back first to clear the oil
Well, the thing is,
cooler.
that I keep telling you that it's not centered.
Yeah. Okay.
It needs to go that way. And all you need to do is
Jeff's
go like
Jeff,
Jeff
you gotta get
said.
up that.
All you need to do is go like this, and it brings the whole thing over.
More.
Now you can. I think. Can you go down, Jeff?
Try to go in a couple inches first.
No, the dipstick's preventing it.
The dipstick. Oh,
Well, I gotta go down.
not yet, because of the oil cooler. Have you got that? Are you clear?
Okay, I'm good.
Okay, now push in. You got to go about 3 inches if you can. Good. Now you can go down. Okay. So we're right next to the motor mounts.
How's that helping? Any?
It's just gotta go straight back.
Yeah. Yeah, and that's.
I think we might be needing to do a retilt, flatten out the
no.
engine.
Oh, no. Oh, I see what you mean. Yeah, but let's see. Hang on a second here. Now just.
Yeah, you're good. Okay, so I can go back
Can we?
2 inches.
Yeah, it just
On my side, it can't because it's hitting the heater box.
Well, why'd you?
I
put
did
it over
say
there?
so, and you're not listening.
No, I said, why did you let it? There.
How far this way can I go?
You're on the edge now. Okay, now don't lower it because you're
not gonna lower it.
on the.
Come back.
Okay, the oil cooler is going to stop you.
Want to go in now?
If you can go in a little bit more. And
Well, Dave's got to do it.
I got more clearance now.
Go in.
yeah, in.
Okay, hold it.
Okay, so now you're clear of the oil cooler.
Well, that bolt's got to line up with the hole, so we got to go back.
Yeah.
Now, here's the thing. Can we take the weight off of it now and then get it balanced a little better?
Yeah, we need to balance the chain.
Okay, do we want to put some 2x4s under it so it doesn't come down and hurt it?
Oh, I know.
Well, what's the bolts is gonna.
Yeah, it'll just rest on top of the bolts on
Let
the
me climb under
manifold.
with the creeper and I'll watch it. And where's the creeper?
But yeah, so I can't really tell you.
And I will scream if I need to.
So we are about how far from the bell housing are we?
Well, the thing is, if we had it balanced, it would be touching it. So now what I'm going to ask you to do is slowly let the hoist down. It looks like all 4 of the studs are going to hit on the cross member.
What are these hoses?
They're okay.
Get it down a little bit.
Yeah,
Yeah.
I'm clear. And now it should start balancing a little bit.
Yeah.
The oil pan is clear.
Yep.
Okay,
Okay,
it
lift
must
up.
be touching now.
Yeah, well, lift up, Mitch.
I smell gas all of a sudden.
Well, you're right under the fuel injection lines.
Okay.
Okay, now it's just only got to go back an inch.
Yeah, well, try to put the tension back on
Well,
the chain.
I did.
Did you balance it?
Yeah.
Yeah.
See, look
Okay,
at-
I'm gonna take this bungee off the master cylinder jet. We got to drop the exhaust down so it doesn't interfere.
Yeah.
And all it needs to do is go back 1 inch and then down about 1.5 inches.
I think this exhaust might end up being a little problem here.
Oh, how's that?
Well, the passenger side won't drop down.
Yeah.
It's down as far as it'll go.
Yeah.
Well, all we can do is try it. Did the chain rebalance itself?
Yeah, I think
It
we can
did.
jack it
Okay,
up.
why don't you guys pick it up and I'll watch it?
Well, okay, I think it's supported. Yeah, it's
Yeah. Well, it was touching the transmission.
now it's being supported.
Does it seem centered?
Yeah. It just needs to go back 1 inch and down about 1.5 inches.
Okay, well, I think that it needs to come back out a little bit first.
Yeah.
No, yeah, lift it up.
There.
Up some more. You're gonna have to pull it. Now pull the engine your way.
Okay.
No, that's gotta be more than that. Okay, it's not square enough.
What do you need?
It's not. Okay, the gap at the top of the transmission is bigger than the gap at the bottom.
Mm-hmm.
So the engine needs to be tilted so it's actually sloping like the driveway.
Okay, so want me to let the engine down again and reposition the chain another link?
Yeah, I think you can do that. Slowly though, very
Okay,
slowly.
so we're gonna install now. Okay, we have got the engine in. Things are looking really good. Wire harness is routed cleaner than it used to be. We've got the water pump in and the pulleys are in, and just have to tighten in the power steering pump down here. And then we install the intake manifold, pull out the spark plugs, hook up the battery, and spin the engine. Make sure that we are getting oil pressure. So things are looking really good. This is kind of like when it starts to feel good again, and you're closing in on a hard project, just about to finish.
God, what a piece of
And that technical term for the day was brought to you by the unknown mechanic. Who just broke, what is that, the 5th light bulb?
It's not broken. It's this thing came off.
Oh, it's that crappy little
Yeah.
treble clamp light. Okay, so anyway, that is that's where we are now. 'Tis a thing of beauty, isn't it? The only thing I am a little bit concerned about is if you look down in there, you can see a tube at the front of the engine. Right here. And that is the send to the heater core on the interior. And this is the water pump on this side, and that comes direct out the back of it. And then it goes through the valley and up into the heater core over there. So anyway, I do not trust that. I smell a leak, but people tell me that when antifreeze hits these O-rings and they get hot, they expand and close up, so we'll see how it goes. And then that nut, the bolt there, is for the new knock sensor, which is supposed to be here, but we didn't get it. We're just too busy having fun getting everything installed. Okay, so that is it for now, and we will continue the fun tomorrow. As you can see, we're working in the cold, but that's what real, true mechanics of the home variety do. They put up with stuff like this because the rewards are so great. All right.